What? The department head?
But what I will say is people that sit on this board, and I'm speaking of trustees and voters that just spoke, and said nothing or did nothing when Frank Nicorelli was the supervisor.
Oh, damn.
Yes, you saw the super mayor, Tiffany Henyard, get booed. This was the wildest meeting I have ever seen. Right now, as I'm recording this, it's about 12:41 in the morning. I spent hours watching this meeting from many perspectives. We're going to break down a little bit of everything, but my goodness, it was a wild, wild scene. So let's check out the rest of the footage of Tiffany A. Henyard getting booed by the people of the township.
All right. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all stuff this evening and we got a ton of great information. But what I will say is people that sit on this board, and I'm speaking of trustees and voters that just spoke, and said nothing or did nothing when Frank Nicorelli was the supervisor.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
I have a floor. Thank you.
Oh, man.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep it down. Appreciate everybody. Let her finish. So y'all you can go check in and check down here and see what I'm saying. I'm good, you better check facts. And then you can go
There's a problem here. She messed up saying that.
Don't finish your statement, so do all you want. Everybody say, people sat here and say, all your elected officials are making their public comments. You guys are here. I have the floor.
I said, I have the elected officials are making their comments. The public is next. I asked them to be quiet.
Ooh.
As I was saying, moving forward, I hope everybody, including Chris Gonzalez, y'all be as active and as wanting information from other municipalities as you can. I hope y'all go into Garden, Cottington, Riverdale, Harvey, and ask all these questions that you're asking before us. Because I don't see it being fair that you guys come to one body of government and ask a million one questions, and then when we give you the information, no one writes anything good about all the great things we do here at Fort Township. What about y'all, including the surpluses that we have? Because everybody wanted to continue to be a shit show and not really show facts as it relates to what's really going on in our township. When I took over as your supervisor, I have increased every single department demands as it relates to services to our residents. And you can go through each and every one of our departments and speak to all of our department heads. And it will tell you exactly what we have done and what we have improved. If you want your kids to go to after school, we have after school for all. And it is free. They can learn Spanish, they can learn penmanship, they can learn everything. You out of order. Can I finish my statement? Please, and thank you. So we have all those things going over at the Riverdale location. And as it relates to food, if you are hungry, we feed any and everybody in Thornton Township. So please go to our food pantry in Harvey. We have that. And then if you need a ride to the doctor, to the
When that perk 30 hits the comment of the night.
we take you for free. These are all the things we do here in Thornton Township that's free to residents. You don't have to pay anything. And that's what people don't tell you. But yet we have a surplus. So that's what I want to educate the public on. Stop listening to people that just negative and come and get the proof and the facts for yourself. And that way you'll know what to do with the information because you are benefiting from your residents. We have served over 10,000 people in GA alone this last year. Y'all weren't having a hit on numbers like that, so I can't. That shows you that we really want to service our community. And in doing so, we have cut costs and we have basically created a surplus. But that's what you're missing because you're so in the math that you're forgetting the fact of what we really are producing here in Thornton Township. We are founded despite what you may think or say. That's what we are. We're here to help each other, not hurt each other. And it's a shame that us, I'm talking about black and brown community, so I'm telling y'all that this is why we want, I really don't care, but it's still my statement. It's a shame that you guys do that and not give people a chance. Guess what? I am the youth. I am the future. No matter what you think of that, I have made it several times, no matter what y'all say. So what I'm saying is, while if the things are going to do the work, good, bad, or indifferent, or however anybody feels. But what I'm saying to you is, please give people the opportunity.
Hit the like button.
Give them a chance. Stop just beating up on people just because, and you ain't got no proof or no fact. Stop sitting here pushing people to the side. Go learn the person. Go talk to them for yourself. Understand what's going on in the community for yourself with them. Don't just go off of what someone says, is all I'm saying, because I'm here, right? Next would be somebody else's daughter, somebody else's son. I'm a pass the baton, and I don't want y'all to treat them like that. So that's why I'm there in this body, because I want to show them what it looks like to fight against controversy and stand strong, 10 toes down, and show them that you will be victorious in the end. I guarantee you that. All that y'all think and all that y'all won't stand for me, gonna all turn around, and then you will be on the other side looking and saying, dang, she was telling the truth this entire time. I have board members and people that have been stealing from the township that's in this room currently right now. I told the media when I first became supervisor, I told the media this, and I told them I had the proof, and they did not want to write not one story about it. So all I can do is just produce my stuff. When I put my podcast out and I spoke truth speak.
This is the Thornton Township meeting. She is the supervisor, making the nice $200 and something thousand a year, and the citizens are pissed off. The people have had it. They're done with Tiffany Henyard, and it's showing. But let's start from the beginning. Shout out to the real late night crew. Shay was on the ground. He's been there for a few days. He was actually at the special board meeting yesterday, which is a big difference between this meeting today and this township meeting. But anyway, he was there, and immediately there was some nonsense happening. They were trying to shut him down, trying to take away his ability to record. At first, they wanted a press pass.
According to who? Niggas trying to say I ain't leaving. The fuck I ain't. Yes, I am.
You got a press badge?
I got my own press badge, bro. This is my company. I'm an independent journalist.
Oh, well, you can't leave here. You gotta have a press badge.
Of course, a press badge from where? Who issues press badge?
I don't know who issued it. I just got it from.
Then how do I get one if you can't? How? I'm media. How
You don't have a press badge.
I don't need a press badge to be media. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Yeah, they make it.
I don't need a press badge. You just made that up, bro. I don't need a press badge.
Okay.
Please. I need a press badge to be press. They don't issue press badges. Yeah.
Then, when they realized that he couldn't be intimidated, they got not a cop, but a security guard to literally block him from recording. Yes, that guy with the freedom hat, block him so he can't record properly, while there were other people in the room recording. The problem is that Tiffany Henyard don't like people who criticize her, and especially if you're really funny and entertaining, so they had to give him a hard time, trying to shut down his First Amendment rights of being an independent journalist as he's actually on location. This man is not even being paid on YouTube. His channel has been demonetized. He went on his own dime because he cares about these people. If you want to give him any kind of love, subscribe to his channel. Check out his content. The man is doing it literally for free. And Tiffany, of course, doesn't agree with that. She cares about herself, so she can't relate. So off the bat, this meeting was going off the rails, you could tell pretty early on, but it gets even crazier. Enter Jedediah Brown. He was fired up the entire night. He was going back and forth with people. No blows, nothing went crazy. As far as this recording, nothing has went crazy, but he was there on a mission to basically expose this administration. And he went after Tiffany Henyard to her face. Check it out.
My name is Jedediah Brown, and I'm homeless, so I could be everywhere. So with that being said, to the young lady that was speaking, I want her to know that as a man that's advocating, I heard everything she said. And I'm asking for everybody to be as gentle and kind to the employees who have inherited this mess. We are not trying to attack the employees, but if you be disrespectful, we'll match it. And then with that being said, I would like to also make it very clear, we're not here for you. But because you work in this government, understand people's lives are affected by this government. And just like I care about the young lady who spoke, I care about the young lady who made sexual assault allegations and who confided in the leader. And the leader who had a constitutional duty to report that to the local Las Vegas police abdicated that duty so that she can sit there with nice hair and nice clothes and nice bottles of water. So if I'm going to protect one employee, I'm going to protect them all. But what I want to do here, because I don't live in this particular area of my homelessness, I want to say this to you, Tiffany. You had an opportunity as a black woman, as an elected official, to stand on the shoulders of so many of the most disrespected women in the history of this nation, to actually create something that would give generations behind you something that they can model after. However, this has been the Tiffany Henyard show. This place is completely, your face is everywhere. You also, I know you got those banners inside of the village that you didn't put up yet. You could go ahead and put them up. We know what you own. But this is the thing. The reason why people should never vote for anything with this administration without knowing the facts is because they got a whole history of trying to hide their corruption. Nobody in good government, not even, especially not a super mayor, especially not a black woman who understands the role that you have and understands that the history that you're creating, there's going to be another black woman that's going to run, and she's going to be looked at through the lens of what you do in your governing. So when everybody say, oh, this is a black woman, we got to think about all black women. Because I know a lot of black women that's going to school right now, they aspire to be exactly where you were blessed. You were an illegitimate mayor. You were recalled by the people. However, you overcame it. That was God giving you an opportunity to make something of it and prove them wrong. But exactly what's happening, this is not people that's just disgruntled. But the Bible says that when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And then Dr. Martin Luther King said that unrest is the voice of those that have not been heard. So what you're dealing with is people trying to figure out, how does a man that's homeless come to try to bring awareness to what's going on, like a police officer. I have a video of one of your officers having sex in your jail cell. I'm trying to figure out, how does a woman who you know have compromised sensitive investigative material, how do you have a woman who is unethical in every sense of the word, had an irresponsible relationship with your former chief's child, did it on company time in a company vehicle, and left the village when she should have been there protecting the citizens? She was trying to get her rocks off. This is what I'm trying to figure out. How does that woman become internal affairs for your police department, and then I get served with a restraining order today from that woman, and you allow her to be a police officer still in your department? With that being said, let me make it clear. If you're unethical on one side, we got to watch you on another. So the way you lead as a mayor is while we're handling you this way as a supervisor. And the best thing you can do with all the controversy is step aside and don't make these people have to go through another day, because I'm going to tell you something. Yes, you're beautiful. And yes, you have done you've done things that people have not done. But your presence is now a harm to these individuals. And then I'm going to ask you this one simple question, because this is what I'm really here for. And I can say so much, because I say you always give out receipts. I'm trying to figure out why not one time have you got on anything and spoke to that young woman who said that she was sexually assaulted. I have seen no empathy from you at not no time. You've not spoke about her. You said you're okay. You talked about what you're doing, but what about what she's been going through for the last year? And I understand, let's not talk about an investigation while it was pending, but it wasn't pending until it was exposed. And she had to do it herself because you betrayed her. So my question now to you is, now that the media have put out the name of the accused trustee, Andrew Holmes, who is the only trustee who has an office in your building, I'm asking you this question. Are you going to call for his resignation? Are you going to fight or get him removed from office? Are you going to cooperate with a fair and transparent, thorough investigation into these sexual assault allegations? Are you going to apologize to that girl while you want us to be nice to this girl? And I'll leave you with this. This isn't personal for me, but I will be releasing everything that I have, and y'all can send every bit of paperwork. You can weaponize your police department, and you can look at me all smug. But I'll tell you what I do know. Everybody has their day, and I'm not afraid. So Jedediah is here to stay.
And we saw this one dude, Mr. Connect the Dots guy. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, but he went to the last board meeting. He is definitely on Mayor Henyard's side.
I wanted to come out tonight as a neighboring resident in the village of Riverdale. And I like to see people involved in the media. But here it is. I have an indicted mayor that's serving in our community. And we don't have this much media coverage going on. But we over here having media coverage here, and we don't put out the good things that is happening. But you guys got to connect the dots. DOTTS. Dots.
You have no business holding two seats. And the deal was, if she became the supervisor, you was going to be the assessor. Right? Wasn't it the deal? That was the deal. But we further need to ask you, Chris, what happened? Why did the supervisor get rid of you from being the assessor before? You were once our assessor.
Correct.
What happened? Why weren't you our assessor anymore?
I chose not to run. I chose not to run.
Why?
And he asked me back. So
If we
left like some type of bad blood, I wouldn't be here.
Okay. Secondly, I feel this township board needs
The ordinance reads that we don't have.
township board needs to censor him. You need to
to
censor him because he's giving out some information that should not be given out. When you talk about being a government official, you are elected by the people to have duties. Certain things do not belong in the public. And you and Mr. Paul put this thing together. Y'all wanted to have this rally and this type of stuff. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You broke down everything in this township. But you forgot to tell the people too you were in Las Vegas, right? Didn't you go to Las Vegas? Did you go to Las Vegas? Answer my question. Did you go to Las Vegas?
The first year I did.
Did you go to Las
So I know that the township has no.
Did you go to Las Vegas? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You were there. You were there. You were at Las Vegas.
Absolutely.
Yes, you were.
Can we please act like adults in here? Get some control of this meeting.
Now you want to control because the truth is coming out. You about to money on my all night. Why she ain't running it now?
I know.
All right.
So you hear him screaming, yelling at Chris Gonzalez, because obviously Chris Gonzalez has been going back and forth with the supervisor, Tiffany Henyard. So he is doing his attack dog thing, him and Keith Price. And we'll be talking about Keith Price in another time. But you can tell they're desperate to be loyal to the supervisor. But there's one thing that Jedediah said about him in front of everybody. Let's check it out. And the interesting thing that Jedediah brought up, actually, I'll just show it right now.
Lied on your work application. You lied on your work application. You a predator. You lied on your school work application. Yeah, but you lied. Okay, but you lied on your work application. You lied on your application. Lying application. Y'all remember that? He grooming girls. You grooming babies. But you grooming babies talking to her. But you grooming kids talking to her. You beating up old people, but you talking to her. But you talking to her. Boy, shut your ass up. Man, I can't stand these, boy. You want to help being mayor, you will never be elected again in your goddamn life. Connect the dots, the DOTTS. The dots. Your ass is grass. You a clown. You begging. How much you looking for her to give you? She ain't fucking you. She don't like you. And you ain't getting no money. Nah. You ain't gonna get none. Get your ass back. You ain't gonna stop disrespecting her. Stop disrespecting her. Michael, remember when you want to help being mayor? Now you'll never be elected. Beating up your grandmother, grooming little girls. You got fired for it. Lying on your school application. That's why you got fired. And your private accounts, we know that you threatening people with them anonymous ass accounts, Michael. Get another computer.
Now you're saying, well, that's crazy accusations. Is any of that true? Is any documentation that Michael Smith is some kind of groomer? Yeah, FOIA requests are pretty awesome. So let's check it out right here. So Michael A. Smith, apparently at Thornton Fractional High School, he was accused of sexual harassment of a female student, grooming a student with lascivious intent, inappropriate aggressive behavior towards a male student, failure to follow district policy and procedures, failure to cooperate with the administration in an official inquiry, investigation, or other official proceeding, including making false, inaccurate, or deliberate incomplete statements. Yes, this is Michael Smith. And it says right here, your actions have greatly distressed several students, affected their well-being, and disrupted the learning environment. I plan to recommend your dismissal to the board based on the following charges. Pretty disgusting stuff, Michael Smith. You probably should have been visited by Chris Hansen and taken a seat somewhere. But this is the man that's yelling and screaming for Tiffany Henyard, which is interesting because Henyard also hired a sex offender a couple years ago as well and got a lot of flack for that. Why she hangs out with so many of them, I don't know. I have no idea. She brings this kind of element, the arguing, the fighting, bringing in thuggish characters, bringing in fellow predators. This is the reason why this meeting was so wild. People have had enough. She has not protected the interests of the people, whether you talk about the township or Dalton. She needs to go. Keith Freeman needs to go. And a lot of these cronies, these goons out here embarrassing themselves, protecting someone who is out there to hurt the people of the township, they all need to go. You got people who are just loyal to Tiffany Henyard for reasons we don't understand. And also, Tio, he's out there really embarrassing himself. Let's check this out.
This is a friend of mine. I'm speaking up, but I'm speaking for anybody. You know what I'm saying? So hear me clearly on this. Before I get out of here, I'm going to say this all to everybody out there. Before I get out of here, I'm asking y'all to mediate this thing with Tiffany before passing. How much you pay? Listen to me with some reason here. It's issues on both sides, goddamn. Both sides got issues. It's not just one side. It's issues on both sides. Mediate the conflict first, and then you pass your judgment. That's all I'm saying. Black folks have been under the gun for centuries, man. Centuries. We condemn each other, we charge each other with a bunch of stuff out here without no proof positive on it. All of us got issues. There's not one person in there that got no issues, man. Let's stop playing games. Let's stop playing games. I don't want no money. Let me be clear with y'all. All I want to do is mediate this thing and bring it back to love and happiness out here in Florida Township. You're going to always have naysayers. Listen to me. Everybody's double talking, cross talking, all that kind of shit there. Let me say this to y'all. I'm not the discipline. It's killing us. It's killing us. I ain't gonna overdo it. I just want to say that I respect for the process.
Oh, you finna talk.
You know what? I want to say
She's gonna go first. Oh, okay, go ahead. Okay, gotcha.
But look at you people.
All right, that's no problem. Now I got time. I ain't getting on my plan. Let's do it.
That's crazy. It's not one black man should be going against a black woman.
They say unrest is the language of the unheard.
Now I posted several Facebook messages about this man and how he handles himself. If he thinks that Henyard did nothing wrong, how can he investigate her? It doesn't even make any sense. I don't know if he's just trying to push his brand out there or whatever, but it just sounded completely stupid. And no one takes Tio seriously. So I don't know why he even wasted his time to even show up. Either he's being paid or he's ignorant. Both are bad at this point. I think people are done. They're tired. They want to know what happened in Vegas. They want to know what's happening with their money. No one believes Henyard when she says there's a surplus. They're tired of the nonsense. They're still mad about what happened in the last regular board meeting, leaving all those people outside in the cold, in the rain. And then you got sycophants, people who are just desperate for a job or some kind of power, or continue to have their power and their salary, defend the mayor and the supervisor at all costs. It doesn't matter what she does and how many people she hurt. They will continue to ride with her because she provides them with money and resources that they'll never have otherwise. There's so much more to talk about in this meeting. I'm still trying to figure it all out myself. I'm gonna have to rewatch a lot of this. It was crazy. I mean, some of the residents, they had some good things to say, but when it came down to it, I think Jedediah's speech was dead on. The way they tried to push Shay out, trying to get him to back down, and he was able to hold his own. We need to continue to put the pressure on this administration because they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. So we can't stop. So let me know if you checked out. I'll put the link in the description below of Shay's live, Long Island Audits live, and Jedediah Brown. He's on Facebook, but it was a very dramatic. It didn't seem real. It seemed like it was fake. Personally, for me, I have talked to many of these people, know many of these people, and they are dealing with a true narcissistic, incompetent tyrant in Tiffany Henyard. But I truly believe that things are going in the right direction. But what do you guys think about this situation? Let me know. Put in the comments below. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.